Afternoon, Chris.
Hi, Ben.
Good to see you. It seems as though in the Championship, as soon as one game finishes, there's another one just around the corner. So probably while you enjoyed Tuesday night, attention quickly turns to Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. That's a Championship, three game week, and it gets busy when it's like that. So not much time to dwell on anything. Get ready for the next one. Another away game. So obviously it was a good feeling after the game coming back. Everyone's in good spirits and looking forward to the next match.
Considering we lost our long unbeaten home run in the fashion we did last weekend, how pleasing was it for you to win in the manner that we did on Tuesday, and the character and spirit within the group to do that?
Yeah, it was. I think, the character and the spirit, I don't think has ever been in question. I've never sort of felt that we've lost that. I think every game we've been pretty much in it right to the end. I think we've only lost 2 games this season in the league with 11v11 on the pitch. So a lot of it, at times, we feel has been difficult in games. Things have gone against us. We've had to react. But I've always felt the spirit has been really strong, and I've continued to reiterate that message all the time to the players, the importance of it and the fact that we've got it. We've built something strong here over a fair amount of time now, so that's not just going to drift away. It's important that we remember that. And I thought the fashion they defended and how galvanised they were during that game spoke volumes, really. Like anything, it's about actions, not words. It's about actually doing it, and you could see what it meant to all of them. Bodies on the line, big blocks, and defending the box. And can't remember too many games that we've had like that, but they did it really well.
I know you're a manager who sort of prides yourself on the outcome of games, and results are the most important, but the manner in which we won, like you just said there, bodies on the line, putting blocks in, as performances and results like that just as pleasing or more pleasing sometimes than winning 3-0, for example, and playing really nice football?
Yeah, definitely. I think, and again, it's all in the context of difficult moment for us going up there. They're in great form. I don't think they've lost at home in the league, so they're going to be a threat in the game. So they're sometimes the best ones to win, and win it in the way that we did, a clean sheet away from home. And yeah, I think the game of 2 halves, really. I think first half was a more even, open game. We had the goal. We had one cleared off the line, I think, with Lewis Kumas when he broke through. Second half, their tails are up a little bit and they're trying to push for the equaliser. We still hit the post from a corner, so we still have these moments, but they're putting pressure around our box without creating anything that I would say is a clear-cut chance. And yeah, I think to a man, we defended our box well, resilient, strong. I said to the players, one thing that we did do is, talk about all the statistics in a game that we normally dominate, a lot of them, but on this particular one, the one that really pleased me was tackles won. We won more tackles than them, and I think if you probably look through their games, a little simple thing like that, they would probably win a lot of those, especially at home, how aggressive they are and tenacious and strong they are. But it just shows the determination that we had.
Is the next challenge for us, Chris, when we are 1-0 up in games like that, to maybe look to get that second goal, which just takes the pressure off a little bit, because as we all know, the nature of this division, when games are 1-0, anything can happen.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, I mean, that just was League One. That's the story of League. We were 1-0 up all the time, and we sometimes struggled to get the second goal. It's always going to end up like that unless you get the second goal. So, yeah, we had a couple of chances to get it. We had a few moments, actually, more from breaking away that we maybe could have slid someone in. But yeah, that second goal would have killed the game, most probably.
You spoke before the season, I remember you saying about you wanted different solutions to the team in games. Was Tuesday maybe a prime example of that? The fact that we started with one formation, you changed the shape sort of 20 minutes before the end to combat their threat? Yeah,
I think it was a good example. I think there's, I don't think it's a game, or I don't think we need to be a team that says we're going to play, like this every minute of every game. Obviously, there's situations and space on the pitch that needs to be blocked up, or opposition strengths need to be dealt with. So yeah, I thought it was a good example of it, where we defended a little bit lower with a slightly different shape, but we seemed to nullify the clear openings that they maybe would have created.
And in games like that, you need people to stand up and be counted, and just probably a word for the 2 centre-halves on Tuesday that were fantastic throughout. It seemed like the ball was a magnet to them when it came in the box.
Yeah, I mean, Clara, we know, wins his headers all the time. He's a great leader, a real tower of strength for us. Whatever's going on, you can rely on him. Neumann was excellent. I mean, it's not like that in Germany. how you won't have probably played in a game quite like that before. Even though they say Germany's one of the more physical leagues in Europe, it's nothing like. You get fouls for people barging you in the back and knocking you on the floor, and you'll get a foul for that. But here you won't get it. So, in the Championship especially, so he's had to get used to it pretty quickly. What you've got to do as a centre back, and he probably had a classic English centre forward in Smith to deal with, and he dealt with him pretty well. But I'd throw Alex Cochrane into that mix as well. For someone who's maybe not 6'3", he wins a lot of headers. He throws himself in there. He'll take a whack for the team. He's brave and he's an excellent defender. So I think all the defenders did well with the aerial work they did.
Bristol City is the next challenge now on Saturday. They've had a good start to the season, 4th at the moment. What sort of challenge are you expecting from them?
Yeah, good team. They got to the playoffs last year, so that tells you they've obviously got a good squad at this level. I think they've maintained most of them together. New manager, of course, but they're very solid, very, very solid. They're 5-4-1, basically 5-3-2, but just organised, really hard to carve out openings against them. And then when they've got the ball, they're very dangerous with the front players, and they break away quickly. And I've been impressed with them, the organisation they've had in the games I've seen.
Just a quick update on the fitness front. Patrick obviously missed the game on Tuesday after pulling up in the warm-up. Has he been able to train, and is there any update on Marvin and Willem and their progress?
Yeah, so Pat is done a little bit of training, so we're hoping that he's going to be okay. You've got Marvin, who again is been out for a while and he's been stop-start, but we'll have to see how he is. He definitely needs a good training block to get himself going, but he's back with the group now, which is positive, and Willem's just further behind that. Just hasn't quite been able to get going and training outside, so he's going to be a few more weeks.
Just finally from me, the club held its latest open house fan event last night. Obviously a lot of exciting plans with the stadium, which dominated the evening. I know that's a little bit far away in the distance, but how exciting is it for you to be there and hear those plans that are going on at the moment and the progress? Yeah,
I mean, it's incredible really when you hear, obviously Tom spoke a lot about it and Jeremy, but Nick with his plans and the plans for everything it's exceptional really. I mean, you couldn't ask for something more exciting really in terms of a club and a direction and what can be created, and the vision is incredible. So it really to hear it, see it more is exciting, but obviously the here and now is what really matters, and that's what I'm dealing with. Thanks, Chris.